You're on.
Okay, so in the last 15 minutes we've come in, we've yawned, we've rolled, we've found our tack, we've gotten tacked, pick me up. I did ask her to move out, walk, track, canter both directions, only one. I actually didn't want one lap, I wanted 5 strides, but I got a lap, that's fine. Found some relaxation and connection, she picked me up. We have a relaxed halt on a loose rein, so I should be able to sit here as long as I want without her deciding to leave. On the opposite side of that, when I decide to ask her to go, she should go. Good. And if I ask her to quit, she should quit. So those things are working. I'm going to ask her for flexion to the right. There it is. And then I'm going to ask her for flexion to the left. There it is. So now we're ready to do a little bit of dressage. So I'm just going to make a circle around Jordan, and Jordan's going to tell me what she sees, and she'll talk so you can hear it. Around Jordan, not on top of Jordan. Thank you.
There we go. That's a nice walk. Nice. So one thing you're looking for in dressage is you want it to be fluid and harmonious. You don't want it to look like you asked the horse to stop and then they pushed on you for 3 steps and then they stopped, all braced.
Want me to stop?
So you can keep walking.
Okay.
So what we want to practice is, can we stop with our seat and not use the reins, but the reins are just there for shape. Like, we should be able to ask her to bring her head in, but we're using our seat to stop. And the shape we want is, right now she's a little hollow. That's looking better. There we go. So we're just gonna find that relaxed walk. So she likes her head just a little bit higher than I'd like. Yep. Chin's out a little bit. There we go. That's more of the shape we wanted. She had it for a second. There we go. It's a little bit better. And then when we stop, we should be able to stop off of our seat. And there, she had to use the reins a little bit.
I did.
So we're gonna keep practicing that until she can stop just off of her seat stopping. And it looks more fluid. And then the same thing with go, you should be able to just use your seat and not have to kick her with your legs. That was better. And her head popped up a little bit when she asked her to go, and that's all right, but it's just something to be aware of. We want her head to stay level the whole time. So we're gonna keep asking for the halt in the same place. So as we come up to our spot, still had to use the reins a little bit. Good. So how you get good at this is you prepare yourself about 5 steps out from where you want to stop. You start thinking about stopping, you sit really heavy, you let all your breath out, and you just sit like a wet towel. And if your horse ignores it, you support with your reins. There we go. So that time she asked a little early and she still didn't quite hear her. So this is where repetition is going to be really important until she relaxes to her seat. Very nice. And we can't stop her, but getting her to a dressage level is getting it more refined. That's better. Ooh, that was the best one.
Yep.
So she barely had to use any rein that time. I saw a little bit outside rein,
She
but
still
not any
went
inside
3
rein.
steps past my seat,
But
that was better.
it was much better. So we want to reward her for that and give her a long sit break.
No, you don't get to go poke
And if she
her.
goes to leave, we put her back.
Girl.
There we go. And everything she's doing with her mouth is her just not really understanding the yield. And there at the end, when she really yielded, her mouth got quiet, and now the chewing is anxiety. So we're just gonna wait for her mouth to be quiet.
Well, I didn't tell him I got 3. No.
An occasional chew is something that's good, but that kind of rhythmic chewing is anxiety. So you can either ignore it or you can do something to interrupt the pattern.
But I asked him to get more, and he said it wasn't that easy because he doesn't really know where I
This is much looser.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh, for a second.
She'll find it.
It has my name, my phone number, my email.
Good girl.
There she goes. Very nice.
This was really hard for her.
Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna keep working on the basics until she really looks to the rider and their seat before just the reins and your legs. She's kind of waiting for you to make her do it still. And that's all right.
Well, I did.
Mhm.